Okay, it seems we're officially live. What's up, guys? We're just playing some SFS this stream. Some space flight simulator, I think that's what it's called. Nothing too interesting. We're just gonna fall for a little bit. We're not falling fast enough. Okay, there we go. Somehow we crashed into the ocean. I don't know how that happened. Dang it. Still no one in stream yet. Dang it! Why can't I just get it right? Okay. Dang it! Okay, yeah, I'm glitching us out. I've made it look like a cube now. It's very weird. Yo, that's basically just a cube. It's not going anywhere, it's not falling anywhere. And this just makes it go faster. On the live stream, because it's a little bit laggy, you can actually see it moving. But on my phone, you can't see it moving at all. It's amazing. But, yeah. Where are we going? We're like slowly falling. Let me keep an eye on the height. Okay, we're at fuel. I don't know what's happening right now. It's laggy. But anyways, yeah, it's slowing down. It's still going fast. Yeah, now you can see it, and it's not just like a spinning cube. You know, I say nothing else. You know, I say nothing because you are. Yeah. We're falling very fast, but I don't think it's enough to crash us. Okay, yeah, the parachute's fully deployed. Should start to land smoothly in the ocean. Nice. Continue. Recover. Close. Revert to launch. Let's relaunch it. Dang it. Yeah, we're falling now. Let's just try and fall and see if we can retrieve it. Because I wonder what would happen if we tried and falled and then retrieved it. Okay, we gotta go up and... Up! No! Dang it! I failed. Dang it. Should we just do this stream later? Because I kind of feel like there's nobody in here right now. And let me check my YouTube. Exit to Space Center. Oh, what do we have here? When she said Popeye, I had a feeling it would turn. Why did I get 3 Why did it say I got 3 notifications then? That's the thing. Let me check my stream. Let me check my stream for Anchor. Let me check it. Let me check my stream. Let me check my stream for Anchor. Let me check it. Let me check my stream. Let me check my stream for. The lag on my stream is insane. Anchor. Let me. There should be less lag. Let me check. Let me check my stream for. The lag on my stream is insane. Okay, so I think my mic's good. Mic check. Let me. What am I doing? There should be less lag. Let me check. Let me check my stream for. The lag on my stream is insane. Oh wait, we got. Okay, so I think my mic's good. Mic check. We have how many people watching? Oh, nice. We got 1 viewer, I think. But yeah, we're just playing some SFS Space Flight Simulator. Not doing very much. So I think the views are a bit delayed because if I just went on my stream and it's saying that I got something when I don't.
Here's what's new in Spaceflight Simulator.
Yeah, we're just playing some SFS real quick. Nothing crazy.
Here's what's new in Spaceflight Simulator Update 1.5.2. In this update, we've introduced staging. With staging, you can select multiple objects and set them up to be activated at the same time during your spaceflight. To use staging during a flight, open the staging menu. You can hit the Activate Stage button to trigger each event one by one in the order that you set them up. Above the Activate Stage button is a vertical list that shows all the different staging events that you've set up for your vehicle in the order that they'll be executed. The parts description menu
Okay, yeah, well. Yeah, I think we do have 1 viewer on Twitch, or it's just my bot. I think it's just my bot, so yeah. We're gonna have 1 Twitch viewer the entire stream. Bro, watch me live stream for like 5 hours and not get any views. Like that'd be sad. But it's 7 a.m. right now in like Afghanistan, I think. But I gotta put on a waiting screen. Yeah, it's just my bot on Twitch watching. Yeah. You get the chicken and I pull them nuggets. Watch me pull it like it's Charlie Buckets. Are you still in the stream? I'm back now. Dang it. Yo, he only had to stay a minute more, bro. But don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, let's get the stream started. Dang it. We had one viewer. Come on, bro. Why does this always happen to me? Like, genuinely. Ba 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 ba. Our casting software disconnected. Oh. Da 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 da. Oh. Da 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 da. So we're getting the stream started now. Da 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 da. Oh. Da 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 da. So we're getting the stream started now. Da 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 da. Oh. What's his channel activity? 0 deleted messages, 0 timeout, 0 hides. Chat messages in the last year. So we're getting the stream started now. Oh. What's his channel activity? 0 deleted messages, 0 timeout, 0 hides. Chat messages in the last year. So we're getting the stream started now. Oh. Dang! We're at 330 subscribers, 33 subscribers. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. But, oh, nice. 500 views. Hello, you guys may not know this, but I'm actually trying to become a full-time content creator, and I'm doing my best to stay consistent and make... I recorded this like an hour or two ago. But donations are accepted, guys. I'm joking. Oh, dang, we got, oh, that's just me. That's just me checking my channel. But, yeah, let's try and get this screencasting set up. We're just gonna stream until... Okay, yeah. Alright, everything should be close to setup now. Oh! Best views, upcrowd.online. Bro, I keep getting these spam ads. Like, get out of my Twitch comment section. Please. Watch me go to this website and do nothing like upcrowd.online. Like, watch me copy this. Watch me open a new tab. Watch me go to the website. And I'm using a VPN right now, so they can't grab my stuff. And literally nothing. I hate these Twitch users. Like, it's so... Oh, never mind. But, let me go delete their messages. because I don't want them in my chat. I'm joking. I'm not going all the way to Twitch to do that. If there wants to be bots in my stream, then bots can be in my stream. Either way, it's still content. Let's just play Let's launch it. I'm not even gonna lie. This looks like some roasted chicken. It does. And I just crashed. Oh man. You know what I should do? I should really let's go. You know what I could? Let's play some Minecraft. I'm joking. We can. Ooh, I can stream Hulu illegally. Guys, who wants to watch some Hulu? If it actually lets me stream. Oh, it's letting me stream it illegally. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad. I have the ad muted right now. I don't feel like watching an ad. So, we're not gonna do that. Here's what we can do. We can, let's solve some puzzles while we wait for viewers. You know what? How do I solve this? Oh, we got one viewer on YouTube. What's up? Just playing some games right now. Feel free to drop a comment. But yeah, we're not doing anything right now. If you drop a comment, I'll pin it. And he left. Oh my god, yo! I'm gonna play some copyrighted music real quick. So I can't make money from this stream. Like I make money from YouTube anyways. I let the world burn. Let the world burn. And I know you think you can run. Scared to believe on the one. I just can't let you go. Right. Oh my goodness, it's lagging out right now. Let's close this. Let's close Opera. Close the Play Store. And let's keep only this open. And another app. Because... Y'all want to react to some videos? Why am I saying y'all? There's no one in this stream. Not a single person. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pause the live stream. We're gonna pause the phone thing. We're gonna wait till Mura wakes up. And we are going to react to some YouTube content. It's not bad at all. So what content do we want to react to? What content do we want to react to? Okay.
$70K.
What content we reacting to? We got one viewer on YouTube. He's probably gonna leave, but if he doesn't, thanks for tuning in, I guess. Russia launches 3 tons of supplies to ISS. Dang, that's a lot of food. How to make a vegan burger? I don't want to watch that. The most embarrassing ways people have died. Andy left. The live streaming game is hard. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. What do we want to... Ooh, this one feels like a good one to react to. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. My bot's probably gonna leave another message soon.
I hate this class, bro. The teacher's so annoying. At least I have it with my friend John. Otherwise, I'd probably go insane. Speaking of which, where is John? He's usually here before class starts. Well, he posted on a story, so let's see what this is. A picture of the sun rising, him doing his homework, him walking his...
Let me turn the quality down so I can see. Grr, 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 grr.
walking his dog, him...
The lag is insane.
taking a shit?
The lag is crazy on this, yeah. Ko-Fi stream bot is...
Bro, is this kid just posting anything? Well, there you are. Well, why are you out of breath? What happened? Dude, this guy driving in front of me, his tire came off and then he crashed into a pole. Oh, Jesus. Well, did you stop to help him or call an ambulance? No. I did record it though. It's gonna get so many views on Instagram Reels. Yo, why would you? Okay, everyone, I'm coming around to collect your homework, so please have it ready. You know what? Good for you, I guess. Yeah. Oh, wait, have you watched the final season of Redbird? It's so good. I did. I was watching that with my girlfriend. It was awesome. I loved it. The final season of Redbird might just be the worst thing I have ever seen. I don't know how people are saying it's good. That shit was atrocious, and it needs to be deleted right now. Guess someone thinks otherwise. Dude, that part at the end when he grabbed the bullet was so sick. You mean you actually liked the final season? Bro, you just said...
Yeah.
There's no way that video changed your opinion that fast. It didn't change my opinion.
Yo, this is so true. People that are chronically online, like me, our opinions change very fast. Like, someone could tell us the Earth is flat, and then they'll be like, "Nah," they'll say something like "water is wet," and then we'll be like, "Nah."
I never liked it. The whole plot was stupid. No, you can't just... Grant, you got the homework? Oh, yes, here you go. Thank you, John. I didn't do it. Can I hand it in tomorrow? Nope, sorry. You gotta follow instructions. No late submissions. He's gonna regret this. What could he possibly be doing? Well, done with school for the day. The school Wi-Fi sucks. I can never get any connection to... Mr. Robinson, a bitch? Fudat MF? Bro, no way this kid posts IG notes. He's just talking to himself. Oh, there you are. Greetings. Where's Ryan at? He's on his way. Once he gets here, we'll play ball. All right, cool. Hold on, let me get a flick. 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's tough. That's tough. I'm posting that on my story. All right, see ya. What? See ya? You just got here. I have to finish that homework assignment I didn't do. My bad. But you just posted on your story that we're hanging out, but we're not actually hanging out? No, it's all for the performance. As long as people think I'm doing stuff, then that's all that matters. What is wrong with you? We are in a relationship, okay? And if you can't communicate to me how you feel, this isn't gonna work. That's it? You're just gonna stare at your phone? You know what? Give me that. How do I know you're not... You're reposting videos instead of talking to me? Then it's the natural log of 2/3, so then that's all divided by... Yo, why is my phone buzzing so much? Oh no, John's sending me reels? Well, what is he doing? We're taking an exam. Hey, what are you doing on your phone? Hold on, I'm doing something. No, that's cheating. That's an automatic 0. Maybe you need to learn to... Did you just send me a reel? How'd you even find my Instagram? Whoever sent you this video wants you to know that there's a bomb strapped to your wife's chest. And if you don't do as they say, it's game over. That's my wife. What'd you do to my...
Dang.
More. I need more stimulation. More. No.
Yo, the battery dying is the worst feeling when doom scrolling, because you're like, okay, cool. But then the battery dies and you're like, oh my god. Then you gotta plug it in. You gotta do all that work for nothing.
No. Where's the charger? I need to charge my... Well, what's the news, Doc? What happened to him? I'm afraid it's scoliosis. The heavy withdrawal from his phone was just too much for him to handle. Oh. Well, is he gonna be okay? Well, he'll wake up, but he won't be the same. Like how? What would be different about it? Anyways, here's the bill. That'll be $20,000 plus shipping and handling. I can't pay for this! Oh my god, yo, he's awake! John, do you hear me? John, hey, it's me, can you hear me? Hey, Doc, he's awake! Dude, you've been out for so long, you missed so much! A video. I must like the video. So first off, the season finale came out, and that was totally... What are you doing with your hand? Ow, what was that for? Yeah, and then the professor started crashing out, so I was trying to hold in my lap. Yo, where are you going? There's There's a new video I need to like. No way! I was just telling him about that last week. Hello? Can I help you? I don't know what the hell you're staring at me for, but could you please... Hey! What's your problem, dude? You trying to fuck with me? Because I don't play around, bro. I grew up in Tarpon Springs. Oh, no, dude. His brain is so rotten that everything he sees is a video. That's all he knows. Okay, everybody, sit down in your seats. I have an important announcement to make because starting from today... Hey! What the hell are you doing? Ow, what the... Hey, get off of me! He's liking everything. What are we supposed to do? Yeah, ice cream! Dude, really? You're looking at the wall. There's really a blank wall in front of you. How is that funny? Okay, no, that's not. Gosh, what am I even supposed to do for this project? Study grass? I hate biology, dude. I'm getting a snack. A new video. No, John, don't touch that, bro. That's for my school assignment. You've already gotten me into enough trouble by harassing random people. Don't ruin my shit by getting your germs all over. What the hell? You good? All you did was touch the... Touching grass.
He touches grass. Dang. You're not supposed to do that. No, you're not supposed to touch grass, bro. Nah, bro. This dude better get his act together. You're not supposed to touch grass.
That's it! You're so chronically online that your body isn't used to the presence of Mother Nature. Maybe that's the cure. Hold on, stand still. I need to... Hey, no, stop. Get back here. All I'm doing is... And he just had this audible reaction to it, and so... I don't know, but it has to mean something. Well, these people don't tend to go outside, so you might be correct. You think grass is the cure? Yeah, maybe. I mean, if we just do nothing, then it'll be stuck like that forever. You're right, but... What if it kills him? Kills him? The grass? That's ridiculous. There's no way... You don't understand. Scrolling is all these people know. If they're exposed to an environment that they're not used to, their body could shut down forever. Oh. Yeah, but what do I know? I just ChatGPT'd my way through med school. Wait, what? Anyways, that's a $10,000 bill for talking plus tax. Bro, I'm not... Alright. We're here. Here? Where? No, grass, no, it's okay. It's just a new video I have to show you. Come on, follow me. Oh, okay. Right there. You see it? Rob Sahor. I need to go like the video. Where's my phone? Let's go! You're back, dude! Back from what? And why am I laying in the grass? Hey, yo! Well, it's good to have you back to normal. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't even remember it happening. From now on, I'm only using my phone when absolutely necessary. Yeah, that'll be a good change. Sometimes it's nice to just put the phone down and... Are we dead ass? Chill out, I'll put it away before class starts. Hey, John, I need the phone now. It's a new rule. New rule? Since when? Since the announcement I tried to make before you poked me in the face. Now give me the phone. Just 1 second, okay? Not 1 second, now! I just need to do something real quick, I swear. Okay, hold on. John, I'm going to crash out if you don't... Okay, I'm done. Here. Whew, week's finally over, and now I can just sit back and... Getting my phone taken? Won't be able to respond for 50 minutes? I'm sorry, everyone? Dude, nobody cares!
We got ad block on, so.
My name is Xander Dingus.
Are you an OG? An actual OG?
Not really. I started like chapter 2-ish. Like
Oh,
chapter
you're a
2.
new gen, bro. Bro, watch out for the zombies. They kill you.
I know that because I used to play like a game mode. It used to be like a zombie game mode.
Oh, the K-pop Demon Hunter mode? I remember that.
There was like the zombie game mode. It was like when I had a PS4.
You play
Shit
on
on,
PS4,
dumbass.
bro? You're on PS4
No,
in
I'm
the
on a
day
PS5 right
2026?
I have a PS5 right now, but I used to have one.
You
Shit,
used to
I
have a
had no
PS5?
ammo. I have a PS5. Are we rage baiting at this point, pal?
No, you're just confusing me. You said something about PS4, and I was like,
So
why are you
look,
on PS4,
no,
bro?
when I had a PS4, I used to play the zombie mode. And then my PS4 crashed. A month later, I got a PS5. Wait, do you know what Rainbow Six is?
Nope.
Nah, it's like a gun game.
Oh, from Roblox?
Nope. Ubisoft.
I'm not soft.
Bro.
I'm like carrying the lobby right now, and you're saying I'm soft, bro. Like, what do you mean?
No, it's Ubisoft. That's the company name.
Bless you, bro. What the heck?
That wasn't even me. What the hell?
That was you, bro. That was nasty.
Yo, you dumbass. That was not me.
Mute your mic if you're gonna sneeze on your mic like that, bro. That was actually gross.
Bro, that was not me.
Bro, what do you mean? I heard it from your mic.
Stop rage baiting me. I heard that on your mic.
That was okay. How did I hear it then if it came from my mic?
But how did I hear it if it came from my mic? Like,
Well, because you're on PS4 and PS4 mics echo like that.
I'm saying I'm on a PS5.
Then why'd you say PS4 earlier?
Okay, I'm playing on a PS5, okay? Now you know what I'm playing on? I don't have a PS4 anymore. I threw that shit away.
Oh, so
I
you're not
bought
even
myself
so you're not even on PS4 right now then.
I'm on a PS5, yes. I
Why
bought
didn't you just
a
say that, bro? You
PS5.
kept saying PS4.
I just said that.
You're rage baiting, bro.
You're rage baiting me.
This is why I never ever play with kids, bro, because they always rage bait.
Why would I rage bait if it's a sin?
Wait, rage baiting is a sin in the Bible?
Yep.
Bro.
Bro, that's a
Enough with
zombie.
that.
That's a zombie on my life. That's not me.
That's you, bro.
No, it's not. I just heard.
I heard it too, bro. But it wasn't a zombie. It was not a zombie.
Bro, somebody's probably griefing us.
It's you, bro. You're trolling, bro.
Ooh, I'll
got-
take that sniper.
You got W rage bait though. I gotta be honest. Oh,
You're rage baiting. Stop.
you're rage baiting me, bro. I'm just trying to play the game. Why is this gun purple?
I'm trying to play a game.
What games do you like to play?
Rainbow Six Siege, Fortnite, that's really it.
You ever heard of a game called Hasbin Hotel Tycoon on Roblox?
Oh, that's the other game. I play Roblox sometimes, yeah.
Bro.
Bro, what the hell? I
you.
know you have a
That's you.
soundboard. You're on PC. I know you have a
Put it on
soundboard.
Nintendo Switch, bro. I'm on Nintendo Switch.
No,
I
you're
can't do
not. It said you have a PC.
it. You can't do a soundboard on Nintendo Switch.
Bro, that's a goddamn PC. You Epstein file piece of shit.
Okay, too far, bro. Too far. If I'm not on Nintendo Switch, what am I playing on?
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Brother.
Okay.
Yo.
Okay,
Brother, stop with that shitty ass soundboard.
It's you, bro. It's you. You're rage baiting me.
Like I can't make that noise. What the hell?
Alright, then make the noise right now. Yeah, okay.
Brother.
This guy, bro.
Go on
L
my
rage
team.
bait. L rage bait.
Oh, I wish you could kill teammates, bro.
Really, bro? You really want to take it that
I'm
far?
joking.
It was just a harmless
Nah.
prank, bro. You really want to take it that far, dude? Over a video
No.
game? Over a video game, bro? Are you serious, dude?
No, bro, you're
You
really
really
good
want to
teammate.
kill me over a video game, bro? Like, bro,
No, not in real life. Not in real life.
what is wrong with you, bro? I was just trying to be your
Not in real
teammate,
life.
and now you're trying to kill
Not
me in
taking
real
it-
life, bro. You're taking
No,
it too
I'm
far
not.
over a video game.
Yo, shut
You
up.
really
Shut
want
up.
to kill me over
I'll
a
put
video
your
game?
Over here, over
Watch
here.
out. You ready,
On
bro?
his ball side. I mean, over here.
Hey, yo, this guy's Diddy, hey, yo.
Nah, I'm Epstein. I mean, yeah, I'm Diddy. Wait, no.
All right, this guy is sus as heck, bro. Hey, yo.
Come here with them kids. Give me your kids.
All right, that's just sus as heck, bro.
All right, I'm gonna chill.
I'm gonna block you.
Why you gonna block me?
Because you're just rage baiting.
You're rage baiting me.
How?
You're saying that I'm making that noise, but I swear on my life that I'm not.
Flip him. Oh, you're a bot, dude.
He just fully submerged me in his butt.
That's why I don't play with rage baiting kids.
Oh my god. How do you think I'm rage baiting, bro? Oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
Stop playing that noise, bro.
That's you, bro.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yo!
That was clever. That was clever, bro. That was clever as heck. You seen that?
I'm taking that note. I'm taking that note. Yep.
Clip that and put that in one of your Fortnite montages on YouTube Shorts.
I'll put it on TikTok.
Dude, really?
What? You get more famous.
Really? You can get famous on TikTok?
Yes. Bro, you get paid.
How much money?
If you get like a 1,000 or like 50, like 5,000 followers, you get like $50.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, but there's 1.2 billion people on TikTok.
Oh, so you trying to get $1.2 billion?
Sure. Try to be
That's-
goddamn Elon Musk.
Oh, so you're Diddy. You're Diddy, bro. Hey, yo.
I mean, never mind. No. I thought you just did shit.
Enough, bro.
Bro!
Enough. Enough is enough. Is that
No,
my trap right
everything
there? Is
on-
that my trap?
No, that is
Can I
not
place
your
that?
trap.
I hope you're right, bro.
No. Please believe me.
I'm gonna believe you, but if you keep rage baiting, I'm gonna like stop believing you.
I'm sorry. Whatever I'm not doing.
What do you mean?
I'm not doing anything, and you're saying I'm doing that. You're like, yeah.
What are you doing, bro?
I just got sniped.
Because you're trolling, bro. You're trolling.
You don't want to play Rank Reload with me, please.
But you're gonna sell my rank.
I won't. If I do, you can block me. Please. Please.
guess.
Speed up. That's what. Bro!
Okay, bro. Okay.
These kids are actually good. So lock in. I mean,
How about you
I
lock in? You lock in. Because you're messing around, bro. That's all you ever do in your life is mess
Let me
around
get-
and horse around.
you said, where did you find Nintendos? Where? Like, bro, what?
That was you who said that. What the heck? Why are you blaming that on me? Why are you blaming that on me, bro?
I'm not. Did you just put words inside of my butt? I mean, inside of my mouth?
Okay, this guy's Diddy. Or Drake. Yeah, we're dead because of you. We're dead because of you. What are you doing, bro? Oh, my
I
rank
got
just went
hit.
all the way down. Oh my god.
Bro, no, it didn't. Bro,
Oh man. That was W rage bait. Oh my god. Yo, Ludo. I'm live right now if you want to tune in. If we can pull like as many viewers as we did yesterday, that'd be amazing.
Oh, this map is just blowing my mind right. There's so much stuff. It's like we've been through UEFN of just years of just like they did that reveal and they're like, oh, we're gonna do like all this cool stuff like fighting.
My goodness, it's laggy.
Robots and stuff, and everyone went to do 1v1 map.
Oh my goodness, mate. It is.
And red versus blue and steal the brain rot and scamming. And this is what we're waiting for. We finally have it. This should have.
Early access, first time play. Let me tune in to this. Playing SFS, reacting to the donation stream. We are open for donations right now, so if anyone want to drop a buck or two. Of course he has 7 viewers. I kind of feel... What are we doing?
On 100%. Main engines are on. Check ignition sequence. And ignition.
I'll be right back. Gonna throw on the loading screen. What are we doing? Blah, 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 blah. What are we doing? Blah, 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 blah. Corona. As for you guys now, my nana lula. What happened to Fortnite? Okay. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. Need and I don't care about the presents underneath the Miss tree. I just want you for my own. Not enough, you could never know. Good baby, I don't care about the Christmas. I just want you on my own. Da 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 do da 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 da. Ooh, Mickey, oh
Over the course of the last decade, no other game has made an impact quite like Fortnite.
This is the video game Fortnite, right?
Hell, it's that free game in the store that we all thought looked fun, downloaded, then proceeded to get a hard lesson on what addiction is. But it just isn't the same anymore. Now, I could easily be one of those YouTubers that comes here and talks about how gaming isn't the same anymore, but I don't want to do that. Because I don't agree with that sentiment. I believe the problems that Fortnite is currently dealing with are mostly their fault and not some random chance.
To be honest, most things that happen with games is related to like our past and what happened around that time. Because I remember like OG Fortnite Chapter 3, I kind of feel like I had more friends on Fortnite, of course, and there were more people to talk to, but it's kind of changed now, so.
Just because, oh, the times are different. I believe the downtrend of Fortnite is much like the tale of Icarus, constantly trying to get closer to the sun and ending up burned because of it. Yeah, that's right. Just in case you thought I couldn't get any more pretentious, I mentioned Greek mythology less than a minute into a Fortnite video. I've been playing this game since Season 0 and have witnessed almost all of the big shifts during its lifespan, and sadly, every single one just pushes us farther and farther from the game I grew up loving. Don't get me wrong, it's still possible to have fun in this game as you will see, but now that I sit here and play this game, it just feels like a hollow shell of what it used to be. And with the announcement that Epic has laid off over 1,000 employees, I thought I would take a deeper look at the game that raised so many of us and finally come back to play Fortnite in 2026. Before we get into this video, I'm on a journey to hit 100K by the end of the year, so if you go on to enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps a lot. Oh yeah, I made a Discord server. Go join it. now. This game has been out for almost 10 years now, and over the course of that time, Fortnite has become an absolute pale imitation to what it used to be. Think back to those first games you played. I still remember my friend telling us about this new game to try that just came out, and hey, it's free, so why not? Everything felt magical, it was new, cool, and interesting as hell. It had its own unique style, immersive gameplay, and so many layers to peel away every game you played. And fast forward today, you could drop into Sus Studios as Batman, shoot Ariana Grande with a rocket launcher, and hit the gritty with Master Chief and John Cena. So overall, an improvement. Now, obviously I have a bias. Hell, I started playing the game when I was 12 years old, so call me a bitter old man all you want, but this game used to be so fun and genuinely led to some of the best memories I've ever had. And now, it's just nothing. Like, I don't even feel hate for the game. I just feel nothing. An empty hole where something I genuinely love used to be. You know how good it felt to get that first win? It was almost as good as getting with the nerdy 7 out of 10 girl. Even though I lost that too. I know most of you remember this clip. Yeah, there's a good chance this guy's in college now. Or God forbid, her father. But what makes Fortnite today so much worse than what it used to be? I mean, they've made good improvements, right? Zero build, the overhauled movement system, the size of Chun-Li's ass. But I feel like with all those improvements came countless decisions that completely stripped Fortnite of its identity and instead has turned it into just a bunch of slop. Remember the 50v50 Avengers game mode? Holy crap, I must have gotten days worth of playtime just on that alone. It was some of the most fun I've ever had in a game mode. But nowadays, there isn't anything really like that anymore. Huge Marvel fan, and they have over 350 superheroes and villains to choose from, including my favorite, Venom. Bet you thought I was going to say Moon Knight. Marvel's Contest of Champions is a high-fidelity, arcade-style fighting game. It is so smooth, especially for mobile, even though it is available on PC now. The gameplay loop is so good and just has you sitting there with your Cheeto fingers for hours, which is typical for me, but I'll plead the fifth on that one. Marvel's Contest of Champions has been out for over a decade, and they honestly have it down at this point, from the quest lines to the characters and level design, as well as the consistent updates. You can tell love is being put into this game. They make it so easy to play too, so whether you were just starting out or a true gamer like me, I guarantee you will have fun playing it. I'm super happy to be partnering with them. You can use the QR code on the screen or the link at the top of the description to claim a limited time Heavy Hitters bundle that includes 10 free heroes, including Hercules, The Thing, Shang-Chi, and Iron Fist. The bundle is available till May 6th, so hurry up. Thank you, Marvel Contest of Champions, for sponsoring this video. Like, I just opened the game, and what do you mean Lola Bunny, Hades, Johnny Silverhand, Among Us, and Jon Snow are all in the same item shop? And that's just today. That shit cycles daily. A new skin used to be so cool, and it was contained within the game itself. It fit the style, and we were mixing and matching different skins and back blings, and it was a super cool feeling. We even had little references like the John Wick skin or Rust Lord. Fortnite used to have this cool individual identity. It was that cartoony battle royale game that we all knew and loved, but now it's just a damn billboard for other IPs to come in and advertise whatever the hell they're making. Collabs in this game used to mean something. They were a big deal and weren't the main part of the game. I've always had a very cynical view of collabs in gaming because more often than not, they just ruin the identity of a game and are almost always a sign of a declining game. Call of Duty, Overwatch, and especially Destiny 2 with the Renegades crap. As much fun as this DLC turned out to be, no. Sadly, adding lightsabers to a sinking ship isn't gonna raise the sales. And now it's the same shit here. Literally, the only reason I boot up this game anymore is to just buy a collab I like and immediately close the game. Is that irresponsible spending habits? Yes, but I'm a YouTuber. It's not like I'm spending the money on a girlfriend. I think collabs in this game can be fun, yes, but it shouldn't be the default. Literally every single battle pass nowadays has some type of collab skin in it, even when it really doesn't belong. I'm just so tired of games I genuinely love being turned into collab slop and abandoning what made the game what it was in the first place. Nowadays, it feels like Fortnite puts in much more effort into these dumbass collab skins instead of the actual game itself. They even have a Kim Kardashian skin in the damn kids game, and if you know how she got famous, then you know why this shit is so weird and just annoying as hell to me. Alright, real quick. As I was writing this script, two pieces of news got brought to my attention. One being that Fortnite is adding the damn tung 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 so horse shit. Yes, this news is coming on April 1st, but I've seen enough outlets saying it's not a joke, so there's a good chance I could eat my words in a couple days, so we'll see. For me it'll be days, but for you about 3 seconds. No? Okay, good. You see, a huge company just siding with this is pretty telling, and I'm honestly so tired of this AI shit. Yes, it's Italian brain rot in a dumb battle royale game, but I'm gonna blow this way out of proportion because God gave me free will, and I'm damn sure gonna use it. This AI epidemic has been destroying the youth, and I see it daily. In a world where content is being created and pumped out in literal minutes, there becomes less and less room for actual education and a chance to grow as a person. Sure, at the end of the day, this is all entertainment, but I didn't just watch these three people as a kid for strict entertainment. They would pull me out of the darkest places I was in and teach me about life along the way. They taught me how to have fun and be okay with not going along with the norm, something I spent so much of my life painting over. I was able to form a connection and genuinely feel better just because of some dumbasses on the internet, whom I love, by the way, don't twist my use of the word. And sure, to a lot of people that doesn't mean much, but it means a whole lot to me, because now I'm in that same position. I get tons of messages telling me how I've helped people when they were at their lowest, or how I lifted up someone's life for the better just because of some one-off advice I gave on stream. This is the least relatable part of my video for
Bro, this video is kinda relatable, but like not super relatable.
a lot of people, but it makes my hatred for this generated slop all the stronger. Being someone in the position of change, even if it's for one person, brings so much meaning to what I do, and to see so many of the youth today become literally brain rotted because of the very shit companies like Epic Games are pushing so much is sickening. Did we have dumb jokes as kids? Most certainly, but we weren't being preyed upon with them. This stupid crap like Nyan Cat or E-jokes were something formed within communities, and now everything we have is fabricated and spread like wildfire for a profit. These videos aren't made because of art or because they're fun. They're made to increase the depth of some dweeb's pockets. And guess what? That same company that just laid off 1,000 people is pushing it. It is genuinely psychotic behavior being exhibited. You want to know what happened when Eric Wolpow was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis? He was scared of losing his job and went to Gabe Newell, yeah, Supreme Leader Gabe, and Gabe in turn gave him extended leave with pay and told him his job description at Valve was to get better. He wasn't fired, he was treated like a human being going through hard times. You know what Eric then went on to do at Valve? Be the lead writer for Portal 2, which is, I don't know, one of the best games ever made. Guess what Satoru Iwata did during Nintendo's Wii U failure? They released the Wii U to commercial destruction. It was a horrible launch that threw the company into years of losses. Instead of laying off a ton of employees, Satoru halved his own salary to prevent that from happening. And you know what Epic Games did after reporting declining earnings? They laid off 1,000 employees. 1,000 people completely out of a job. Many of those people integral to the actual game. They saw a cracking house and decided to knock out the foundation. Imagine 1,000 people in a room. Now imagine many of those people not in that room anymore because they were just fired from a job that they did well, all because of a company's stupid ass decisions. I can barely care about the game anymore when this stuff is all happening in real life, not in some screen, in the real world affecting families. It's really telling to the modern day of gaming because instead of it being tons of people passionate about making cool and engaging products for other passionate people, it's those same passionate people being bonked over the head with a corporate hammer demanding yearly profits. And don't you dare waver even a little bit because we have no problem canning you in a moment's notice. Now that tirade is over, let's get back to talking about why cartoon shooty game bad now.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
All of that dumb collab stuff isn't even the worst part, because on top of all the pointless collabs, this game has turned into one of the main pillars of the dead internet theory. I'm sorry, how cooked of a game do you gotta be when your players have to say they're real when finally encountering actual players? This game is filled with more bots than that damn Will Smith movie.
Can a robot turn a canvas into a beautiful masterpiece?
Can you?
There are so many bots that fill the lobbies. I refuse to believe Fortnite aren't artificially inflating their player numbers because how is it possible that this is one of the most popular games and I cannot find a game with more than like 2 real teams of players in it? It feels like Epic just threw in a crap ton of bots into every game so players would have a higher chance of winning, but then what's the actual point of playing anymore? You are practically Neo in the Matrix the entire time you're playing the game, just locked in a simulation. How am I supposed to feel like anything I do matters when most of my kills are just a bunch of clankers running around with random loadouts? Hell, there was a time in the game where no matter where you landed, after a little time, the game would spawn in bots to fly in as the proverbial jingling chi cane to prevent the player from having to go more than 60 seconds without a fight. I mean, I can't blame them all that much when this is the current state of the youth. This is such a huge epidemic that makes the entire experience completely hollow. Once again, I just feel like I'm in a void alone, surrounded by computer programs and no real people to actually fight against, which is the fun of a PvP game, the fighting itself. And it has gotten better. I think the gunplay has genuinely improved and feels a whole lot better than at the beginning, but in my opinion, improvement doesn't always improve something. Yeah, I know, that makes no sense. Give me a second. I mean this in a way that while I do completely believe that the gunplay has improved, I don't think it's actually been for the better. The old Fortnite had this little jank to it, and the guns were really stylized, even if they were based on real weapons. They still had this cartoony fun feel. Hell, the Golden Scar is a pop culture icon at this point. But now they've just changed most, if not all, the weapons to be way more realistic and tactical, and it's so boring. It's turned this really cool cartoony game into just being like all the other battle royales. The game still retains the wacky ideas here and there, but it's not cohesive anymore, with the more realistic weaponry and movement conflicting with the setting and environment. And I think something like that can work, but here it doesn't. Not when this used to be the experience. All it feels like now is just a thrown together mess. And you know what sucks the most these days? The traversal. Nowadays games go by so damn fast, it's actually ridiculous. Part of what made the game so engaging in the first place was how much you felt like each match was a whole new experience every time, slowly making your way through the map and uncovering new items and locations. This also made getting into fights so much more intense, because losing meant doing all that over again, which made every encounter so exciting. But today, there's cars, 18 different types of impulse grenades for some reason, launch pads everywhere, an incredibly fast movement system, infinite sprint items, and so much more. Why would losing a game really matter that much when you could just queue up and be in the same position literal minutes later? The first movement item we ever got was the launch pad, and it was an awesome addition, the only thing of its kind. An item that allowed us to take to the skies a second time during the match. It was relatively rare, not too many to where it was overbearing, but not too little to where it didn't have an impact. A perfect item that genuinely added to the game. It didn't take away what we already had, it only allowed us to better enjoy the game and its traversal. And then, right after that, Fortnite would add the precursor to the most annoying item in the entire game that has lasted up until today. The Impulse Grenade. Not to be confused with its cousin, the Shockwave. The Impulse Grenade was added in Season 2, and with it came infinite amounts of people using it not for movement, but sending their friends flying off of cliffs in the most hilarious way possible. But these fun items would turn into the most annoying things on the goddamn planet. These things are the worst item to ever be added to Fortnite. They were fun at first, but holy crap did they overstay their welcome. They completely removed the need to think in the middle of a game. Oh, you're playing out of position? Shockwave. Lost high ground? Shockwave. Got outplayed and full boxed? Doesn't matter. Just use one of the 18 shockwaves you're carrying inside the pockets of your ugly ass condom skin and get away. It's such a boring gameplay loop and makes almost every fight trivial, because they pretty much all end in some dude who hasn't left his chair in weeks flying away like a League player when they see a woman. Don't get me wrong, it's fun to zoom around the map, but there has to be at least some balance to it. Shockwaves send you across entire POIs, prevent all fall damage, it even breaks structures in the way of your trajectory. Oh, but they changed it and added new shockwaves that aren't as strong. They are practically the same. And even though they take away that low gravity effect or whatever, they are still active during the first launch, meaning you can still use them with no real downsides. Yeah, they don't go through builds anymore, but I play no builds, so I don't really care about the part. Sue me. I don't care. Best part is that now it gives you infinite stamina for a good chunk of time, allowing you to still book it like Usain Bolt across the map at the slightest inconvenience. And all of that is just one item in a sea of others that have been added over the years that just keep adding onto this already huge pile of issues. And then they just keep adding things that made the game more annoying. Not better, more annoying. In Season 7, they added planes. A cool idea on paper until you actually played the game for more than like 2 days and were suddenly able to relate to a pair of buildings. And then Season 8 came around, and Epic added ballers, yet another vehicle that ravaged the games. Now, they weren't as bad as planes, but Jesus, were they still so annoying. This is what all the endgames looked like in this time. Like a gym locker room, balls swinging everywhere. And that was the last bad vehicle they ever added to Fortnite. Speaking of adding on to things, the Fortnite UI evolution. Holy crap, this is ugly. Look at this beautiful piece of art. Yeah, old is good. Shut up, this is gorgeous. It's nice and balanced. Almost no space is wasted, and it's not overbearing with how much is on it. Even in the lobby, you feel integrated into the game because of how personal the lobby feels with the game it's connected to. The challenges and love players is the most important part. It shows your progression and what to do for the day. And then there's today. Tell me why video game companies look at their UI designs and instead of taking inspiration from other great gaming UIs, they instead decide to look at the red and green apps because, yeah, that's what gaming needs. Hulu UI. That's what we're missing. This new UI is generally so ugly and cluttered, it's so soulless, and I genuinely hate looking at it. I can actually feel myself wanting to play the game less because every time I'm out of a game, I don't feel like I'm in a game, just in some sort of system. I mean, hell, look at the Destiny 2 UI. It's so clean and nice. Just your ship floating in space, waiting for you to get started. I can't wait to boot up a mission. Oh. Yeah, never mind. I actually don't understand this. If anyone knows, please explain in the comments why these companies feel this supernatural need to change the best parts of their games into the worst versions we've ever seen. Fortnite, Call of Duty, Destiny 2, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. What the fuck? Oh, and don't think for a second that it's lost on me that they moved the item shop from the third to the last tab to the third tab. Anything to get you to think about spending money more often. All of this cultivates in the end result of a game no longer being a game. All it is now is a product, a lever that Epic pulls for more money.
But all games are technically products.
Shut up. Yes, all games are technically products, but there's a big difference between Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and Expedition 33. Yeah, it's about time I mentioned this game. Black Ops 7, and by extension the whole Call of Duty franchise, has become a completely corporate construction of what some old dude in a suit thinks will make the most money. It is led by people with cartoonishly big dollar signs in their eyes, forever looking for more and more profit, pushing the boundaries on how mediocre they can make a release and still have these brainless schmucks throw $100 at it. And then you have a game made with passion and love for the industry. A game that has literally shaken the market and dominated award ceremonies due to its infinite layers of S-tier aspects. The voice acting, the gameplay, the art direction, the music, holy shit, the music. Every time I listen to the soundtrack, I feel like I could run through a wall with tears running down my face and legs. I mentioned E33 because I want it to be known that even though we are constantly dealing with and being served products disguised as games, there are studios out there that still make games worth playing that are put out there with love and passion. You want to know what happened to Fortnite? It became too popular. It turned from a fun game connecting people that we could play for hours into a money-making machine solely dedicated to milking your pockets. All this game is now is just a memory. It's a hollow void parading around as a full game. Yeah, they have the OG mode, and we did play that, but pretty much the entire time we did play it, it was just hours of, hey, remember this? Hey, remember that? Oh, I remember that. Oh, the good old days. And then I closed the game and felt absolutely nothing. Speaking of game modes, this system was born from a genuinely cool idea. People made cool creations in creative that were fun to play through and look at. But as always, Epic saw this and their eyes widened with the dollar signs again. They saw an opportunity to compete with Roblox and jumped on that shit faster than Jake Paul when an opportunity to fight an 80-year-old arises. They saw Roblox running itself into the ground and thought,
No, we can do it faster.
do you know how dominant Roblox is in terms of that specific kind of game? Competing with them would be almost as dumb as trying to compete with Minecraft. Oh. Yeah, that tracks. Epic have been pouring Scrooge McDuck levels of wealth into these UEFN maps that all pretty much amount to just a bunch of random brain rot modes and the occasional horror game. Almost $1 billion has gone to third-party creations. That's just absurd. Funneling that much money to these creations only creates more and more engagement-first games that are made only to get as much money and attention as possible. And 10 times out of 10, that leads to a terrible product. It's just a money sink that doesn't add anything to the actual game. Sir, we are hemorrhaging money. We need to do something to stop this. Another billion to Israel. Steal a brain rot. Oh, and fire enough people to make up a small city. But sir, we could just improve the game, or maybe make better content. That would require effort. We don't do that around here. That's not even the last thing they did. They also inflated the price of V-Bucks, killed so many good modes that people loved, and have continued to make mediocre content surrounded by infinite collabs of so many pointless people and IPs, and then have the audacity, the sheer audacity, to make a statement talking about the downturn of engagement, as if it's some outside force, something out of control.
We couldn't possibly have foreseen this.
My brother in Christ, you made the sandwich. Now eat it! All of this has been a lot of rambling, and it's not because I love dogpiling on something that's failing. The truth is, I don't really hate Fortnite that much. Hell, at this point, I don't really feel anything about it anymore. But I used to love it. I used to love booting up this game for hours and playing with friends, sending each other flying off cliffs and shopping carts, making sky bases, placing random traps, and getting kills 10 minutes later. It was an experience I will always treasure. This game will never leave my memory. I'll sooner forget my grandkids than my first Victory Royale. It's just a little weird and sad being in this position, writing these scripts, and having to look back on fond memories and only have negative things to say now. Yes, I think the game does do some things right, but they just don't matter anymore. I think for most of us, it's just time to move on. Stop caring about something that doesn't care about you. That applies to more than just video games, by the way, for those who need to hear it. Thanks for watching. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It does genuinely help the video in the algorithm. Join the Discord to hang out and talk about random shit. And thank you again, Marvel's Contest of Champions, for sponsoring this video. You can use the
Fortnite, Warzone, Apex Legends, PUBG. These competitive shooter games all have one thing in common. No, not that. Big map. 60 to 100 players in a single space requires a lot of space to play on, and because of that, Battle Royale maps have some of the most impressive and wide-spanning maps in multiplayer games, featuring multiple regions, impressive vistas, sprawling cities, and whatever this is. We could spend the next 20 minutes discussing the intricacies of designing a BR map, how designers guide players to specific landmarks and manage sightlines over vast distances. But that's boring. I want to know which BR map would make for the best vacation. We'll be taking the maps of 6 total Battle Royale games and ranking them on this totally original tier list. Don't steal it, it's mine. The S tier is for maps that I would genuinely, no cap, for real, on God, live on.
Why are you so old?
A tier is for good vacation spots, not somewhere I'd want to be 24/7, but would absolutely want to visit at least once a year. B tier are for maps that are probably not great places to visit, but trying it once wouldn't hurt. Mostly. C tier is for when a place is definitely dangerous, but in a controlled environment could be interesting to see. This is the North Korean tour guide of tiers. And D tier is very simple. Don't. We have over 21 maps to rank here today, so let's kick things off right away with our first game, Battlefield 6. Battlefield's RedSec mode has one map for us to cover, the arid coastline of Fort Linden, a California region where a deadly compound was being tested by the US government. This compound was accidentally spread across the surrounding region and ignited into a deadly ring of fire. You really started a wildfire in California, of all places? If we look at the overall map, it doesn't look terribly bad. There's clearly a bunch of military buildings to be careful of, but between the downtown, suburbs, marina, and lighthouse, there's some interesting stuff to see. Then you drop into the map and see that it all looks like this. You know, this architectural tour is gonna be a really hard sell. Even with all this, I could spin a vacation trip to Fort Linden as a wartime history tour. That would mark it pretty high, but unfortunately, this map happens to be a realistic depiction of California. Every BR map we're going to cover today has its own flavor of the ring. We're assuming that these rings won't be closing in on us during our visit. So as long as the ring isn't a problem at the start of a game, we will not consider it. RedSec's ring, as mentioned earlier, is a giant wildfire.
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
Not to mention this fire is from a deadly compound. That toxic smoke is going everywhere, so there's entire sections of the map that require gas masks to traverse them. Because of all the wildfires, I think any visit to this area is going to have to wait till winter. And that makes this map our first D tier. Half of the footage that I'm using for this video comes from this guy because I am at this game. Battlefield only had one map, but we still have plenty more to cover, especially as we move over to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which has a total of 9 maps? Why are there 9 maps? In the world of PUBG, we'll find that all of their maps follow a particular formula. Island, but blank. Island, but Russian. Island, but flooded. Island, but Hollywood brown filter. Most of these islands are pretty normal places, all things considered. The first map of Erengel is an abandoned island from the Soviet era of Russia, featuring everything you'd expect from an average DayZ map. Nothing special, but there's some charm to a historical visit. B tier. Miramar, aka Brown, is the Mexican-themed map, where apparently death races were held before it became a battleground. Dangerous, but it is a good tourist event. C tier. Imagine now that you are in Sanhok, traveling by Tukshai across the island, visiting the ancient sites, and occasionally getting trapped in caves. I'd say a solid B tier. Karakin being an arid desert doesn't exactly make for safe trips on your own, but the smuggler's tunnels are probably the closest we'll get today to a backrooms experience. C tier. I was genuinely considering putting Tago in S tier, an absolutely beautiful place to live in. Then I read the lore on the Hosan prison on the map and realized that the closest POI to said prison is the school. What the fuck? C tier. Destin was abandoned after a hurricane flooded the Texan region, and honestly, that feels like a really dramatic reaction from the locals. I've seen Floridians live through higher sea levels. It's a shame too, since Destin has a lot of interesting architecture to explore. Given the water levels come down a little bit more, I'd say this is a solid A tier. On the other end, we have Vikendi, which would be a fun winter getaway, if not for the fact that it suffers from blizzards of unknown origin. Alright, if you're planning a ski trip, really keep on top of the weather forecast. Otherwise, it's a B tier. Rondo. This may be a bit controversial, but Rondo is the first map where I don't see any major flaws. What are you aiming at? This East Asian map is beautiful, in a nice climate with a great mix of infrastructure and rural life. Sure, I'd need to learn from John Cena before any move, but I genuinely live here. S tier. And on the opposite end, we have the South American Paramo, which, while absolutely beautiful, it does have an active flow of bone-melting hot magma running through the region. Spicy marmalade does not make for safe vacation trips. D tier. Whew, I gotta give PUBG credit. They actually had quite a few different maps. But surely our next game won't have that many maps to cover. Fortnite. The last time I played Fortnite was in 2017, and I did not know that Epic decided to make a billion different maps since then. Among other things. Why is the lady from Kill Bill here? Fortnite technically has 8 total maps in the game, but each one has had so many different iterations that they could be completely new maps on their own. You can spend the length of an entire 30-minute video just talking about each version. And somebody already did. Go watch Dreamscape's video if you want to see all of them. I certainly don't have the time to rank every single one myself. Moving on, for this tier list, we're going to consider Fortnite's maps as one whole entity. So your visit could be anything from this to this, or okay, what the hell is this? In this regard, Fortnite is actually a pretty cool vacation spot. You are guaranteed to find something new each time you visit. But depending on the version of the map you come to, you may not want to stay for long. So I'll give Fortnite's maps as a whole a very respectable A tier. We won't leave Fortnite with just one map though, as we will also cover the OG map. This one updates too like the normal map, but it's still largely based off the first few updates in 2017. And I'll say it, this is a pretty cool place. Between Pleasant Park, Retail Row, Paradise Palms, and the one and only Bent Columns, we have a lot of areas to stay in as we explore the rather beautiful open lands of the island. The biggest problem with the map is that the buildings are zombie apocalypse adjacent. But hey, if we take these boards down, get some contractors on payroll, and maybe clean up these piñatas, I think a real community could sprout here on the island. S tier. Apex Legends. To be clear, this does not count as an Apex video. Unlike some games, Apex has a manageable 6 maps for us to cover. Each of these maps has a ton of little details and lore bits we could talk about, and maybe there's somebody out there who's made a whole series of videos all about that. But that guy would be a giant nerd, and I'd shove him in a locker. Kings Canyon is a harsh, perfectly livable environment to stay in, with some notably dangerous wildlife that largely leaves you alone as long as you don't bother them. This area does tend to blow up occasionally, but if you don't visit during a large event, you should be fine. You could take a look at the abandoned IMC sites, take a camping trip in the swamps, and don't forget to get some Leviathan jerky before you depart. Just don't offer any to the fellas around the map. I hear they get a little stompy. B tier. World's Edge is the definition of that one Katy Perry song I can't play if I want to be monetized. A volcanic region where an environmental disaster changed the Earth from face-meltingly hot to face-meltingly cold. Sure, there's plenty of infrastructure here, cool vistas, sights to see, you know, it's all there, but I like having feet, and there's nowhere on this map I could properly stand on. So, D tier. Olympus is a flying city in the sky. Whoa, whoa, hold your horses. This may be the most idyllic place we've seen so far, but it has problems. The giant rift in space is one. Get a little too close and you'll be going on a trip to God knows where. It's actually over here, it's not that far. But these cities also known to occasionally fall onto other cities. And the houses have no doors on them. Everybody can see you pee. Don't look interested in that. Fine, this one gets a clear place in A tier. Storm Point. Tropical island, beachfronts. I could see a real enjoyable life here on the white sand. 2 problems though. Number 1, who builds their house next to these fucking guys anyways? Number 2, it's called Storm Point, as in it storms. Really bad. So bad, in fact, several storms have wiped out entire communities on the island, and the most recent one knocked out the power to an entire megacity. C tier if you watch the weather forecast. D if you are anywhere near these bitches. E District is part of that megacity we just mentioned a moment ago, but don't worry, the power is back on. The people, however, they're not coming back on. Not because they died, they actually got bought out, but the district itself is perfectly livable. It's basically a cyberpunk city, without the punk, or the cyber, so just a city. It did have a small chemical leak happen during the power outage, but most of the damage from that has subsided. Look, the water can't be any worse than the shit I drink in real life. I'm gonna say S tier. Broken Moon is exactly what the name describes. A broken moon. Not only are moons not normally livable, but this one was hit with a meteor, and then hit with a city of Olympus. No, not the city of Olympus from earlier, a city of Olympus from a different dimension. No, I will not give context. Now, I get this place should be livable. It has a working terraformer, there's clearly still plenty of plant life around, but this is like growing a microbiome in your toilet. At some point, that shit's gotta be flushed. There is no way this fragment of a moon has enough air to live on. D tier. Fight me in the comments. Warzone. Technically, Warzone has had 9 total VR maps, but because this is COD and they hate me, I only have access to the 3 from Black Ops 7 as of the making of this video. So about that, hi, this is Birdman from editing. Call of Duty, after I wrote, researched, and recorded this video, decided to change the map pool from Verdansk, which was the map I was going to cover today, to Avalon, which was not a map I was planning to talk about. So I already wrote this video when Verdansk was the available map. And while I know there's several others, including a new one right now, we're just gonna talk about Verdansk today. That's it. If you want me to talk about Avalon, I don't know, ask me on stream sometimes. Twitch.tv/moreover_. And hey, if this doesn't ruin the video for you and you're still enjoying it, maybe, leave a like. Maybe subscribe. Anyways, what were we doing? Oh yeah, maps. Haven's Hollow stands out as the best of the 3. A West Virginian small town that's definitely not a mishmash of COD Zombies maps. Between Main Street, the riverboat, and the local wilderness, there's plenty of attractions to see. It's not an area I'd say most people would go out of their way for, but if you have family in the area or just live.
The internet is 0 bars. Okay, never mind. I'm just tripping. But we will be trying to stream for a super late time today. Oh, I do. Gonna be going. Gotta be going. Blah, 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 blah. Goes, go away with Posey, Yosi, Kali, Talida, Galapazila. Oh, what's up? We got a viewer, the private team. What's up? How are you doing? How is your day? Just reacting to some videos, if you want to stay. Sorry about my bad singing. Also, sorry about the stream lag. Yeah, I'm actually so glad you tuned in, bro. I haven't had a viewer in like 3 hours. So how's your day? If you don't mind me asking.
Since 2007, Daredevil Wimpy Kid has been one of the best-selling book franchises worldwide. And here we are, 18 years and
Just reacting or watching another video.
19 books later, number 20, Party Pooper. Now, I'm not going to go in depth on the history of this franchise. Personally, I'm ranking the series below Trouble Town, but above Max Meow. Released on October 21st of 2025, just in time for the Christmas season, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Party Pooper would be a celebration of the franchise, with it.
How do I say your name? Is it Privex or Privix? Let me search you up real quick. Privix team. I could also just go to your channel. Can't really find it, can I now? I'll drop you a sub if you're still here in a little bit. Because, but, Previx? Is that how you say it? How was your day? How was your day, Previx? Or, was it good? Nice, we got 2 viewers on YouTube. Never mind. Just 1 viewer on YouTube.
Being the 20th book and all, a fair-sized milestone, large enough to trip over. I randomly found this pre-release cover prediction from Reddit. It's unrelated but it's pretty funny. As the name suggests, this is a birthday storyline, which is insane that we took this long to actually reach. Being the 20th book and all, a fair-sized milestone, large enough to trip over. I randomly found this pre-release cover prediction from Reddit. It's unrelated but it's pretty funny. As the name suggests, this is a birthday storyline, which is insane that we took this long to actually reach this point. If Greg was actually growing older each year, he'd be old enough to drink.
Yeah, Privix, is there any video you want me to react to in particular? Because I don't really have anything going on. So, I can just react to whatever.
Drive, and cry over the fact he never owned a house of his own. Now, there's a reason I went out of my way to buy this book in specific shortly after it came out. That being, it's got one of the worst mistakes in the franchise that actually results in Greg having actual millions of dollars without him even realizing it. But I'll explain further once we reach that point. Right now, it's a good idea we understand the basic plot of the book. The story opens as all good stories do. This is a work of fiction. Greg is contemplating his previous birthdays and how he's made some poor on-the-spot wishes, like wishing for a stapler, which I don't see what's the problem here. I've encountered some pretty good staplers in my time. This wasn't an issue for him when he was younger. He always wanted these Viking warrior-looking guys called Colosso Men. But since Greg's mom thought they were too manly, he gets him these normal Bob's figures. We will be coming back to the normal Bobs. Anyway, Greg continues to ramble.
I'd be mad if I was like, can I get this toy? And my mom's like, no, you can't have that toy because it's not manly. And I'd be like, bro, you're a girl, you don't understand? Like, someone please tell me I'm right, bro.
Ramble on about wishes and birthday cards for a while until we finally get to the actual plot, where due to the calendar being thrown out along with an old refrigerator, Greg's parents completely forget that it's his birthday and get absolutely roasted by the internet because of that. Internet doing the one thing it does best, I guess. Due to this, Greg is able to convince his parents to throw him a great big do-over birthday bash in his backyard, which goes just about as well as you'd expect a Diary of a Wimpy Kid birthday party to go. Absolutely destroyed by a deer, a wedding down the street, and Heath Healthy Body. Then get off the gray and get off the white. At least the book ends on a high note, as Greg gets hired by the family of a kid whose birthday party Greg and Rowley crashed the previous year because apparently words got corrupted by when it reached the neighborhood over, and it was supposedly the greatest party ever. So suddenly, Greg is being hired everywhere to host insane birthday parties. Now, if only this wouldn't be completely forgotten by the next book, only to never be brought up ever again. Overall, it's alright. I wouldn't call it incredible. In fact, more like so-so or a Mr. Mediocre guy. It's got a few moments that just don't make too much sense or mess with the flow of the book. And also Greg's parents being a lot dumber than usual. As crazy as that sounds. Manny and Roderick somehow barely appear throughout the entirety of the book as well. Still though, the book has that unmistakable Diary of a Wimpy Kid charm. However, and this is a big one, there is one major flaw that completely changes the entire future of Greg due to some of the poorest research I've encountered in a book of this level of prestige, and that being the entire B-plot. Nearly every Diary of a Wimpy Kid title has some kind of B-plot running in the background. We get introduced to it near the start, which brings me back to the normal Bobs. Specifically, a poster ad in a local comic book store looking for an older line of action figures known as the Normal Bobs. Now these Normal Bobs are exactly what they sound like, a line of normal human action figures styled after the 9-to-5 office crowd with accessories like laptops and stock options, sized somewhere around the 7-inch category. Basically exactly how one would imagine your average middle-aged office employee to look. Now that sounds like my kind of action figure, except they had one major design flaw, and that was the decision that they should, for some reason, start stinking up the room if you didn't wash them, you know, to add to realism. Yeah, I don't know what this toy company was thinking either. From what I could gather, Greg doesn't mind the characters themselves too much. I mean, he did have that Barbie doll a while back, I shouldn't be too surprised. But due to them requiring regular washing to stop them from stinking up the entire place, his bedroom quickly goes from consumer plastic to Redditor basement pretty quickly. And so all the Normal Bobs get yeeted into a box and sent off to the Goodwill to be incinerated. Unfortunately, Greg watches a movie where toys come to life, so Toy Story, gets paranoid on what his Normal Bobs are thinking of him, and goes to the Goodwill and buys them all back. Of course, the exact same issue as before arises again, on top of Greg being convinced that the Bobs are judging him, so he gives them to Manny, who promptly tears them to pieces due to him being in a dinosaur phase. Which then leads us to our present time in the book, where Greg is at his local comic book store where he sees a poster ad looking for the Normal Bobs. Inquiring about them with the comic book store guy, he finds out that the character Everyday Even, when new in packaging, is going for near $10,000 all of a sudden, which is crazy for Greg as he had 3 Everyday Evens. So when he gets back home, he thoroughly searches Manny's room, but all he can turn up is a single arm of Everyday Even. I suspect at some point Greg's mom must have gone through and thrown out all the dismembered remains of the Normal Bobs. Now, this whole bit with the Normal Bobs is actually a precursor to the real B-plot, which I'll get to right after I give you my thoughts on how feasible they actually are as a valuable collectible. I mean, I should know. I know a thing or two about collectibles and their values. As examples, look at this late release Thomas VHS, $100 easy. My CRT going up in value. My Super Treasure Hunts falling in value, except for the square body, interestingly. My uncorrected proof of Red's Planet, completely and utterly worthless. And with all that in mind, I actually think Normal Bobs not only could have realistically existed, but also could legitimately be worth the insane value put on them. Now, before you start whacking me with plastic dollar store shovels, hear me out. We know that the Normal Bobs were sold through some kind of educational toy store. There's a good chance that this would imply that the Normal Bobs were coming from not the largest of manufacturers, perhaps a book publisher or school supply company taking a crack at a toy market. Because of this, there's a good chance they could only be purchased through specialty retailers, like an educational toy store chain, as a way to test how much of a market there would be for a product like this. And then we get to the stink. Now, it's a bit of a stretch to have an action figures that grow smelly and you have to wash them once or twice a week. However, it's not that there aren't toys out there that had an artificial stink to them. For example, Stink Blasters was a line of rubber figures from 2003 that would blast out stink when you squeeze them. They also got rebooted quite recently, so that's kind of an interesting fact. Anyway, so the idea of a figure that grows stinky over time is actually somewhat possible. Now, how water causes that stink to go away is beyond me. That makes me worry about what kind of chemicals might have been loaded into them, but I digress. This stink also absolutely would have helped to make them collectible, as an important part of a good collectible is a low supply of the item. Or you see, once you took them out of their packaging, boom, fart attack. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of kids got them on their birthday or for Christmas, only to instantly chuck it in the wheelie bin just for the stench alone. And for the exact same reason as Greg wanting to get rid of his, a lot of them most likely found their ways into the landfill. I'm actually surprised that Greg's local Goodwill would put the normal Bobs out on shelves with a stench like that. This would also explain why the seal
Who made one of that? Why am I even talking? There's no one watching this right now. I can stream for 24 hours. But the question is, should I? Because there's no one watching me, I don't feel like I should. I mean, well, if Murad gets into a stream, then I guess I might. But I don't think there's anyone watching right now, so. There's really no point in living for 24 hours, or even trying to. Microphone test. Hello? Is my mic working? Microphone test. Microphone test. Microphone test. Microphone test. Microphone test. I need to edit my mic volume. Microphone test. Microphone test. Microphone test. Microphone test. Why is my mic so low?
This gave me some chills already. Oh, that's...
Why is my mic so low? Goodness gracious. If I just talk, no one will be able to hear me.
Sound effect, bro. Sounds...
Sounds? Okay. Microphone 1, 2, 3. Microphone 1, 2, 3, 4. Microphone 1, 2, 3, 4. Microphone. Microphone 1, 2, 3, 4. Microphone 1, 2, 3, 4. Test. Yeah, it's super low. It's super low. Yeah, it's super low. Oh my god. Why is my mic so low? MacBook Air speakers. Fine microphone. Test. Microphone test. I might just have both mics. If I have both mics up. Okay. Microphone test. Microphone test. Okay. Do you have a more sensitive mic? Microphone test. Microphone test. Microphone test. Microphone test. Let me try some. Microphone test. Okay. Hello guys. Okay, I think this will work better. Echo. We're good. Okay, yeah, we can continue.
Good. There's a 0 point. Ooh. That dude, in games when they always do that like that what's that, like that scream, not that scream, but like the voice. Like the ooh. Like it's like God of War music. This is giving me flashbacks. Storm's going down. Oh, the butterfly, what? Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps. Holy crap. What the hell? How do they do that pixelated? Oh my god. Whoa, no way! How do they do this animation? This is already better than the Big Bang event. 100%. 100% already better. What is that spawning in? Oh my god. That's a 0 point? Dude, that reverb! Oh. So much better than the Big Bang event. So much better. Is that Kittle Thorn? Damn, Peely dead.
Alive, Hooper.
Sloan!
You fell asleep, and not by choice. General filled your dreams with a false sense of nostalgia. I've been trying to get you out with this. Long ago, Geno made the blade ignore portal devices to ensure no one.
Now they know how to do this.
I know we had our quarrels, but we have to stop Geno. He's got the blade of stasis powered up with Pandora's gem, but he doesn't realize he can permanently damage the 0 point. That man is a false god, and it's about time we remind him of that.
She's got a double. She got like a spear. She got a double rift gun spear.
It should revert the blade's powers. Gunner Doggo, come in. I've gotten updates. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Fortnite. Jonesy reference.
Okay.
Are we in the ice moon?
We're good.
Forget about her. We've got bigger problems right now. Just follow my lead and stay close.
Mark connected?
This is where the Seven and I prepped up the mech to fight the IO. We called it the Ice Moon.
I can see
Someone's voice actor?
Yeah, it's still gone
No,
freezing.
this is that's cool. Like this is lame. Like super cool.
You can take my head.
These, but okay, you can say Soma. These are good voice actors right here.
See that
Order's
castle?
good.
It's
That
the
Doggo's
domain
good.
of the Ice King. He collected weapons too dangerous to be kept by others. I'm sure we could use whatever's left in the rubble.
What? I thought we took everything after the Zero War.
Most of
That
It's still
Russian
worth
accent
having
is so good on Gunner.
Please tell me we're not going in there, right?
Bro, that Doggo's got such a good voice actor.
General
Holy
has
crap.
that weapon. There's a good chance the Ice King knew about it too.
There's the Ice King. Is he frozen?
I've read reports about this place. Don't you worry, Fox.
Wait, were you not in the game? You actually have been on the games? Is she the Doggo?
No. The last time you used your nose, we ran in circles for 7 minutes and only found one survivor. You're right. You always think things.
I think I'm gonna try to do all night live stream. But I don't want to. Ooh, I wonder what this video has.
I'm selling increasingly obvious scams on TikTok until they ban my account, no matter how many it takes, starting with a classic, V-Bucks.
V-Bucks is
See, there's millions of scams attempted online daily, and sometimes I really wonder if there's any moderation going on at all. Like, those dodgy mobile games are fine, these viral TikTok scams are allowed, so where do they draw the line? Is there even a line? I don't know. These gift cards are part of our least obvious group of scam products, which are still pretty obvious. Like, you can only buy up to 13,000 in real life, but we're selling 1 billion on our site. It's any 12-year-old's dream, so it's obviously a scam. By the way, I've designed the store already. It was a tough decision, but I've landed on the name Real Deal Steal. As if the fact it's a scam wasn't obvious enough already, I'm literally telling you, I'm stealing your money. Your card details are mine. I tried to make it actually look good, so there's still a chance people might believe it, but that's not gonna last long. It's gonna deteriorate more and more with the products for as long as TikTok keeps my account on their platform. Before we launch though, we need a few more products, and I think I've got some bad ideas. First up, the Jake Paul signed fire alarm switch. Why do I feel like this is something he'd actually do? Sorry to disappoint, but unfortunately, this isn't real. Nor is it worth $120. I also added a crypto coin because that's a go-to for people trying to make as much as possible while delivering no value at all. And I think our store's ready for launch. It looks real at first glance from the tasteful design, but if you look into things for longer than a second, they start to fall apart. For the record, you can't actually check out on the site, but TikTok won't know that. As far as they're concerned, this is a real scam. At least I hope they realize that. With that set up, all that's left now is the TikToks themselves. I made some simple product showcases for the first two, nothing too crazy just yet, but the products alone are dodgy enough. I also have some slides for our crypto coin, promising it'll go to the moon. As they always do. Damn, they're getting views already. Nice. While I wait on TikTok to do something about them, I'm gonna go ahead and downgrade the store further. At this stage, we're not hiding things anymore. It's just an obvious scam. The site clearly looks worse right now, but I think what's really gonna sell it is some even scammier products. I'm taking inspiration from some of the most common ones that we all know and hate. Free iPhone, anyone? PS5 giveaway? I basically just grabbed a bunch of pictures from some secondhand sites and uploaded them to my own, but at ridiculously good prices. There was a spelling error on this listing, and I accidentally put this Xbox at $9, but I don't really care. It kind of works in my favor. Let me just double check. Yeah, my account's still up. I think I need to figure out how to get a few more eyes on the site if I'm gonna get it banned. You know, maybe we could sponsor an influencer to promote the store. There's definitely someone out there who just doesn't care and wants the money. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I went ahead and sent out emails to about 30 influencers and DM'd like 10-15 more. While we let that cook in the background, I think the next move for Real Deal Steal is a few more obvious scams. I'm gonna make one for buying followers because they definitely won't like that one. I'm also thinking we go for some completely useless courses. I've actually already made the first three. We have an influencer apology course, a course for faking your income to sell courses, and a course for how to make money without doing any work. All completely real and life-changing. I don't know if those are crazy enough though. I think we need one that's not just a scam, but like straight up deadly. Like how to hold your breath how to hold your breath forever. Yeah. Okay, I've done some work on that, and it kind of shifted into how to hold your breath forever by unlocking your ancient aquatic DNA and turning yourself into a fish. Yeah. I don't know. Test. It goes hard though. 10 income streams for mer people with the fish Rolex. I should put that on a tee. If TikTok doesn't realize my store is just shamelessly stealing money at this point, then I think I'm using my phone now. Still, I definitely feel like there's an influencer out there who'll promote it. I'm in talks with a few right now. Some are promising, but I definitely burned bridges with a few of them who thought their 20-second long 2,000 view videos were worth more than they really are. I've got this guy Richie interested though. He's a dancer out of Nigeria, which is just not my target audience at all, but I'm paying him in his currency, so it works out pretty good. I sent him the pitch for the brand and specifically asked him to talk about the fish course with phrases like how to hold your breath forever and how to get money the mer people way. I'm waiting on a response. For the record, we're still not banned, so for now I want to tick off the last box at this stage, which is the TikToks. And right now the scam is supposed to be completely obvious, so that definitely needs to come through in them. Not gonna lie, I think I've actually excelled at this. As you can tell, it's very realistic and even more trustworthy. I've gone ahead and posted them, and they should get some people reporting our account. Unfortunately, the sponsorship with Richie fell through, and no other influencers seemed down to do the ad, which I honestly wasn't expecting. Like, that says something. If not a single influencer wants to dance to this and put the link up on screen, then it definitely shouldn't be allowed on TikTok. I guess I gotta cross this one out. It does tell me I'm on the right path though. So while we wait on those to get us banned, I'm gonna go ahead and downgrade the site even further to just be straight up illegal. It was actually surprisingly difficult to make the site look bad, but with a dodgy radial background, some clashing fonts, and a few more of all the wrong decisions, I managed to perfect it. Behold my magnum opus. Now we just need some equally terrible products. First up, I'm thinking money laundering. Taking people's dirty money and making it look less illegal. This is the kind of post that should immediately be taken down, so I think we're on the right track. Let's make a few more. This second one is for those moments where you're running from a cartel leader and have to turn to your last resort. It's also priced pretty well at just $5 million. I don't know what you're talking about. This is absolutely within TikTok guidelines. Let me just double check. Yeah, still not banned. It does seem like I'm in zero view jail, so I think I'm just gonna have to pay to promote these next products with TikTok themselves. You know, the feature built into the app. If they actually accept it, then I've officially lost all hope. Anyway, let's finish them up. I figured every scam needs a get-rich-quick promise, so I made a quick design for an AI trading bot that'll unlock financial freedom for just $2.99. This next one might be the riskiest one I've made so far, though. Presenting to you the Remote Explosives Starter Pack, featuring everything you need to build something you definitely shouldn't be building. If there was any doubt whether I should be banned before, it's all gone now. I actually kind of love the designs for this one. And
we got a viewer.
What's up? I'm having so much fun doing this.
Let
me see what I can make
wait.
the edits now.
Nice,
These are going to be the
How's
videos
your
that are going
day?
to get promoted, so they've got to be good. First up, I made this brain rot one. I need views, okay? Don't hate the player. This is my favorite part. Don't message that, by the way. It's an actual scam number. On the topic of masterpieces, I made this. Yeah, I should put these videos and nothing else on my CV and see if I can get a job in Hollywood. Everything up until now, I can kinda understand, but there's no way they let me post this, right? Yeah, never mind. Of course I can post it. There's nothing suspicious about that. Our other videos aren't doing great. Okay, yeah, that's an understatement. That's fine though. I'm at the point where I've got no other options but to pay TikTok for promotion. I give it like a 90% chance this gets us banned. I mean, it forces them to look at it. I think I want to promote the AI one and the explosives one. Yeah, those are the most commercially safe ones. I'm only going to put a £4 spend on this because the point is just to get them to review the videos. Never mind. Instant rejection. That's actually the first good sign from TikTok. I ended up trying to promo 5 videos that all got instantly rejected. So I went ahead and made a new video, which is probably my best work to date.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Rejected. I feel like a ban is bound to happen any moment now with all these rejections. Like, there's gotta be someone looking into my account right now. With paranoia running high, I decided to try promote some of my first videos. The course got rejected, but surprisingly, the others actually got approved. Like, a real human being watched me advertising 1 billion V-Bucks and figured, yeah, this is safe. So yeah, I feel like between all the rejections from TikTok and the reports from viewers seeing the ads, it's just a matter of time until I'm banned. I think I'll leave it a day and come back to see if that's the case. And I did just that. Waited and waited. And here we are, 24 hours later. Okay, I'm logging in. Hey, I've got violations. The one for buying followers is gone, along with the $5 million new identity package and the money laundering one, which got me a warning. No way! Wait. You need 2 warnings and 2 strikes to get banned. Oh, why do they make it so hard? Also, what if I told you that it's not because the videos have a few thousand extra views that I got banned, but because I got fed up and reported the videos myself? Yeah, I self-snitched, okay? But I had to. They're genuinely making it so hard to get kicked off here. Like, what? And they left the remote explosives video up. I reported that one twice. What are we doing? Okay, I've spent some time coming up with some genuinely horrific products for the next stage, but I should not need to be doing all this to get banned. I don't even want to say what they are. Out of curiosity, I went ahead and appealed the violations on my 3 videos. Not a day later, and I kid you not, seriously, I can't believe this, 2 of them got restored. They're back on TikTok. How is this reality? Honestly, I think that brings things to a close. TikTok has literally made it impossible to get banned while posting the most obvious scam videos for the most obvious scam site in existence. What does that say about real scams that are actually